day for everyone is special, but for Antonio Senzatela, considering his sister with his mom is really special. What is it like for you to watch him throw on a day like this?
Well, I know that his relationship with his mom was a special one, and to have her pass a couple years ago, as a young player, leaving Venezuela to come to the States and lose your mom, man, how emotional was that? But I know that he carries her spirit with him every day, and be able to pitch on this day, it's good stuff. So I know that he's ready every day to compete. But I'm looking forward to this one because I know how much his mother meant to him.
When obviously there was some juggling of the schedule here, did you take that into account when you landed here? Or
No,
did you think, hey man, this is kind of cool at least?
No, it was just the right way to set our rotation. But because every month is special, every month.
Right.
So. Awesome.
Hey, I like it, see?
So did you think about Freeland's birthday when you rearranged the rotation?
Yeah, Freeland's birthday on Tuesday.
Because that's Tuesday, in Fenway, his
Yeah.
debut.
And, Marquez pitching on Wednesday. What date is that? May
15th.
Yeah, May 15th. That was that's it's the day that he hit his first homer in Venezuelan Little League. So,
Yeah.
But your outfield rotation with the four guys there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they've reacted well to it? I know Desi said that actually the rest really helped him early. Do you feel like the younger guys have?
Well, I think if you look at the four of them, I think the rest. I think the rest helps everybody in different ways. I mean, you'll see Charlie getting some. As we get into the season, into the real meat of the season, when we get into June, July, and when it really gets going. I mean, you'll see some days off for a lot of our regular players, but. With Desi, I think it's helped him. He got up to a little bit of a tough April and some time off. I think got him back on track to work on some things on those days that he's not starting. I think the Dahl and Tapia combo. When you start the season in the big leagues and it's a full 6-month go, there's a physical and mental grind that doesn't take place in the minor leagues. It's a different. You can only feel it when you go through it. There's a different pressure and expectation of, being a big league player, and the magnitude of that, and the expectation and pressure of that can weigh on players. So if you give a guy a blow here or there, it helps take off a little bit of the edge. So it's good for those guys. I mean, guys want to play every day. From our chairs as coaches, these little days off from starting, I think helps.
Yeah, and with those guys like that, they're at their height physically, but it's more mental, isn't it?
No doubt. As you guys know, I know we've talked about it, and you guys don't write about it a lot, but there's a different expectation and pressure as a big leaguer than a minor leaguer.
Speaking of the minors, is there any update on Jake and the timetable on those guys coming out?
No timetable per se, but Chris and Jake both pitched yesterday and came out fine physically. So I think we're probably crossing the barrier of are these guys healthy or not? They're healthy, and now it's just a matter of them refining their game, polishing their game to be ready to join us at some point. But they're both going to pitch again on Tuesday. And then from there, we're getting closer to a decision.
How about Tyler Anderson? What is he doing at this stage?
He's the last 4 or 5 days. He's been in consultation with some doctors about his knee. I think he's going to go see a specialist tomorrow in Chicago. We'll see what this fellow says about Tyler, and then we'll continue to make a plan.
You obviously you sent him down there. There was a performance issue there, but
Downward.
when you sent him down to the minors, but when did it flare up that hey, we need to look at this knee again?
Well, I mean, Tyler felt as though he needed it looked at because it just, it got to the point where, he truly felt it was affecting his pitching, and so, he wants to gather as many opinions as possible.
Well, if he was having the problem early, he may rest it for a while and then it flares back up, right? So,
Yeah, I mean,
Eliminate it?
Yeah, I'm not a doctor,
Understood.
so I don't know.
but eliminate it from the thought process.
Yeah, you have to get that out of your mind. That like we talked about, everybody's sort of banged up, right? But there comes a point when it does affect you as much mentally as physically.
Was there anything in his last outing? Did it another actual moment?
I'm not a better question for him. All these questions are better questions for him.
Do you foresee Musgrave possibly on a rehab assignment?
No. Oh yeah. When? I don't know. June 8th. I don't know. He's in the early stages of just getting the elbow to the point where he can do some exercises, do some things to strengthen the joint, strengthen the area, and he's weeks away from, I think, even touching a ball. So it's going to be a while for him.
Buddy, talking to John last night, he talked about how his velocity wasn't exactly there, so he went to a lot more of the breaking stuff early on, kind of changed the game plan for him maybe a little bit. As a pitcher, how did that affect your mindset going into something when you knew maybe a pitch wasn't there?
Well, for me personally, if I knew that one particular pitch wasn't there, I knew that the other ones had to be pretty good. Because I couldn't, read. For me to have a good game, like a really good game, I needed all my weapons, and that happened. I mean, I pitched every now and then a pretty good game. And those games where I didn't, which happened a lot, I knew that I had to be wily, I had to be crafty, I had to do some things to work through an inning or two. But what happens a lot. I mean, if you don't have your velocity early in the game, you can find it again. It can show up. If you don't have a breaking ball early, it can show up. That's why you just got to keep competing and keep pitching. And at times during the course of a game, hey, something will turn. So that's John's. He can be a little hard on himself. I saw some 95s and 6s up there.
And he spotted it well.
Yeah,
It was
That's
fine.
fine, yeah.
I mean, no, I thought his velocity was actually pretty good. So.